Hi everyone, it's Angela from Cloudfetti, and today I'm sharing how to make this kawaii double scoop ice cream cone out of polymer clay. So to start out, I have this ball of vanilla clay and I'm going to flatten that out between two popsicle sticks. I then have this waffle mold that I made, and I have a separate tutorial on this and I'll leave it in the description box below. I'm just going to press that into the flattened out clay. Then when I lift it up, it leaves a little pattern behind. And then I'm using a mix of brown and yellow chalk pastel powder and then dusting it on with a fluffy paintbrush. If you wanted to, you could leave it plain, but I like doing this because it makes the waffle cone look cooked. So now once the pattern is a little bit darker, I'm cutting a circle out of it with a round cookie cutter. Then just peeling away the excess, and then lifting the waffle off my work surface. So now to turn it into a cone, I'm placing it pattern side down and I'm folding the edges in towards each other and then slightly overlapping one side a little bit. So now I'm just going to bake it in the oven for about 10 minutes just to harden it so that it's easy to hold. I'm then squishing in some scrap clay, just making sure that it's really well packed down. Then once it looks like this, it's ready for the ice cream scoops. For mine, I'm using mint and light pink, but you could use any colour that you'd like. I'm then placing the pink scoop in the cone on top of the scrap clay, and this just helps the ice cream scoop stay in place. I'm placing in some clay of the same colour in the gaps and using my needle tool to texture it. And now I'm placing the mint scoop on top of the pink one. So now to finish the mint ice cream, I have a small ball of the same colour and I'm going to roll that into a snake. Then just wrapping that around the base of the mint ice cream. And trimming off the excess where the two ends meet. I'm then using my needle tool to give it some texture, just kind of swirling and poking at the same time. Then once it's all textured, I'm poking some eye holes with a dotting tool. Then adding in little balls of brown. And a little mouth. Then just adding a little bit of pink chalk pastel for the cheeks. And now it's time to bake using my package's instructions. So while that's baking, I'm making some little sprinkles and I have a small bowl of the same colours that I use for the scoops. Then just rolling these into thin snakes. And cutting off little pieces with my blade. I'm then going to set these aside and work on the sauce or the cream. So for that I have some liquid clay, just squeezing that out. And because this is a little bit translucent when it dries, I'm scraping in some white chalk pastel and just mixing that in really well. Then spreading a thick circle onto the top of the ice cream. And to make the drips, I'm spreading some of that out, just kind of pulling down on the edges of the circle. And now it's kind of like a star shape. So now back to the sprinkles, I'm adding these onto the top, just adding a few. And then it's ready to bake for about 10 minutes so that the sprinkles and the cream dry. And then finally I'm adding a layer of UV resin to make it nice and shiny. And that's all for this tutorial. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!